Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to talk about XRP, because XRP is pushing higher. We had some fantastic news about XRP. If you haven't heard about it, but chances are that you will have heard about it, Ripple wins the case against SEC as the judge rules XRP is not security. I didn't know that there would be a ruling today, and it only came out like an hour ago. So yeah, apparently the market was surprised. We can see that by the market reaction. And it's really good news. It's not only good news for XRP, it's fantastic news for many of the altcoins because it gives some clarity. Yeah, it gives some clarity, and I think everybody was annoyed by the SEC and their regulatory approach and their seemingly irrational approach. So the entire crypto world should be really happy today, and I think the entire crypto world is happy. It mainly has a positive effect on altcoins, not so much on Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is just moving sideways today, because Bitcoin wasn't really affected by the SEC view that certain coins could be securities, because Bitcoin they call decentralized, which it is, but therefore they couldn't call it a security. Yeah, so fantastic news, and it is enough to warrant a look at the overall XRP chart here, the daily chart. Now, on looking at the long-term chart, the view is still that XRP peaked in a wave 1 in April 21. This is currently the primary scenario, yeah? Having here a wave 1 and a wave 2 that could still be unfolding. So the pump, let's say the pump of today has not yet changed anything, but it of course could do if it moves much higher. We need, however, a clear structure to have a reliable outlook. Now we talk about that. First of all, the long-term view is still that we had an ABC structure here to the downside, and this as a wave W, then an X wave to the upside, and this here could still be a Y wave down, which produces an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. I had to reset the B wave a little higher today, but this is all still valid and possible and likely, and it's just going according to our alternative scenario. So this is still the view and nothing has changed. Taking a look at the bigger picture, that means there is still a significant risk on this chart that a new low is occurring. Now, obviously, the news today could shift sentiment in a way that we are seeing a lasting change. And we now want to talk about the next targets for this move to the upside, which, as you can see, would be a B wave to the upside. So A wave down into June 22. This is a B wave to the upside, and a C wave down could still occur. However, we need to understand what is now a likely target range for this B wave. To understand that, we take the length of the A wave, so the beginning of the A wave in March, all the way down to the end of the A wave in June 22. So we take here the fibs, and we need to look at the standard B wave retracement here, which goes all the way up to the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement at 78.3 cents. This is a typical range in which a B wave would normally show a reaction. Okay, now you know that B waves are extremely difficult. If you know about Elliott Wave, then you know that B waves are some of the most difficult waves to trade. And yeah, you just see that by looking at this, right? So XRP did hold this trend line throughout and never broke below the trend line, and therefore kept the option open for higher. And we talked about it before, that if, I think it was the 54-cent level, would that level break to the upside, we most likely deal with a rally into the low 70-cent region. And that seems to be where we are now heading. So we have now our B wave resistance area on the chart. And looking at this, if we talk about this is a Y wave to the upside, then we are looking for the 1.618 fib extension. And that is at around about 75 cents. It has now reacted to the 1.236 extension. Now, the next major target, you could say, the next resistance level is here, 68 cents, the golden ratio. And then the 1.618 extension is at 75 cents. So we need to pay attention to these levels. Now, I'm not telling you this is how high it will get necessarily. At the moment, it seems likely to go higher. And I'm also not telling you this is where it will definitely turn around. The short-term trend is clearly up, but it would take a sustained break above 78.3 cents to start to rule out, the thesis of a high B wave. Okay, just to make that very clear how to understand this analysis. So a break above that would be more bullish, and price could then reach, in my opinion, the next target at 92 cents. So that means the move higher is currently obviously unfolding as a potential impulse, but looking at the context, it is most likely just part of a correction. Now this will shift or change with a sustained break above 78 cents. I will also tell you now which level needs to hold for XRP to push higher, that we have a reliable view or support level that we can measure against to indicate that XRP can push higher. Yeah? So there will be a certain level, if the price breaks below it, we have a warning and say, okay, it was just sort of a fake out or whatever. But this time could seriously be different because we have some really, I mean, these are really good news. They could literally change sentiment in the crypto market. You know, normally I'm saying, okay, you get these news or that event, and sometimes it's a bit of a catalyst. But if you get, this could potentially be a game changer, okay? But it still doesn't make the long-term chart super attractive in my opinion, but let's see. I mean, we now need to look at this move up here, the daily candle. So we take the Fibs off the low and we measure the 50% retracement level. And that gives you normally a good view about, right, how low is this move? How low can it drop now and still keep upside momentum? And a guideline is, that's typically the 50% retracement level. We talk here about 55.4 cents. So if price comes down now, but is holding above 55.4 cents, so it doesn't need to touch it, but anywhere above that level, the uptrend is still going. It will be a first warning that this thing is crashing down or breaking down, yeah, and too many people are taking profits if we break below 55.4 cents. Now, this is measured against the latest high. If we really push higher, you would have to adjust that on your chart. But I'm just saying this is a guideline. As long as that level is holding in the short term, price can push higher. Now, when we have such rapid movements like that, you may want to use some other indicators like moving averages to understand when the trend is shifting, because it takes really, it's a much more active approach, right? You have to be fast, you have to pay attention, and it's not like the lazy approach I normally prefer. Yeah, that's my update about XRP. Let's see how this goes. You should know about the most relevant parameters on this chart now. And you should also know when this chart is going to turn more bullish, looking at the bigger picture. And then we can take a look at that when we get to that point. But yeah, by the way, for a much more bullish interpretation, we would need to look at this move up in a diagonal. Okay, so this move up here to the September high is clearly just a 3-wave move. So yeah, we can count that a wave 1, which would be the first wave up, and the move down is a wave 2. That's why I've got these alternatives on here as well. But it would be extremely, I would actually move that here, 1, 2. But it would be a diagonal. So that would explain the choppy nature of these movements. Yeah, and we would then, yeah, I would look at that depending on how high we go. That's my update about XRP, so I hope you will like the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.